All right, hello, wine-drinking people. We are back. It is Wednesday, May 4th, and man, I had a lot to drink last week, so we didn't get around to covering one of the great events that we had in the store, our Chaine dinner with the Bricco chapter of the Chaine de Rotisseurs. This is the oldest food group in the world. That's right, folks. 1248 says it right there on the plaque that they gave me. These people are pretty much eating gourmets. I don't want to say they're just socialites, but they're people that really enjoy food. Do they enjoy wine? Absolutely. And there is a group in the Chaine that is more focused on the wine, but the majority of the Chaine members more into their food. But this group in Boca Raton, that's led by, Anwar Vardag is the reason why I'm involved with the Chaine. He and his wife, Doris, great people. And we've had several events where, they've asked me to come and to help them plan the dinner. We'd actually go to the restaurant. I bring wines that I think will go with the food, and we taste the food with the wine. So you members of the Boca Chaine get a really unique experience. And I don't know too many people in the Chaine that spends the time, the effort, and the money that it takes to do this. So kudos to you guys in the Boca Chaine and to Anwar and Doris. You guys do a great job. And I'm glad to host you guys here at the Wine Watch. The very first dinner that we ever hosted was actually here for the Chaine. And I'll never forget Doris and Anwar stopped by and she said, "Andrew, why don't we do an event here at Wine Watch?" And I said, "Where the heck are we going to put people at Wine Watch?" And so I started to think about it, and I said, man, we could roll the displays out. We could build these special tables. So all because of the Boca chapter of the Chaine, we've started doing events here at the Wine Watch. And so, like I said, I'm always happy to host you guys. And Tony, my wife, was so nervous for cooking for the Chaine de Rotisseurs. But I told her, honey, you cook for me every night. And I'm a member of the Chaine. So you cook for the Chaine every night, pretty much. So she did a fantastic job. These guys could not say enough about how great her food was. The pasta course with the mushrooms, the lamb chops with the ratatouille, the vegetable ratatouille, and then the short rib course with the chocolate sauce, natural sauce, which is fabulous. And hey, a natural pairing for our wines, the Barbera-based wines of Bricco di Giacomo Bologna, one of the greatest of wineries in the Piedmont, from the town of Rocchetta Tarara. And this is the very first people that thought that Barbera could become a noble varietal. Mr. Giacomo Bologna, God bless his soul, passed away in the early 90s, way too young. He was a legend in the town of Rocchetta Tarara. He was the first guy to travel and to see that they were using small barriques in places like Napa Valley, California, and in Bordeaux to age their wine. And he said, this is the way for Barbera. We must age it in new French barrique, which is still to some heresy in the Piedmont. They don't believe in using new Barrique for Nebbiolo, for Barolo. A lot of these old school producers don't believe in using it for Barbera. But the Bolognas produce some otherworldly Barbera by doing this. And they do have a Montebruna wine, which is no oak, and that is what we started with. A really nice, lighter style of Barbera, really fruit forward, and somewhat short on the finish, but a very pleasant and really easy drinking style of Barbera. Really nice, the 2008 Montebruna. And then we went to the Bricco de Uccellone, which all of these wines have got names that mean significance. There was a woman that dressed in black that was a really tall, gangly woman with a large nose, and she kind of looked like a bird. So Uccellone means a bird in a local Piedmontese dialect. So they named the wine after this big bird-looking lady that lived up on top of the hill. So, Mr. Bologna had a very good sense of humor. And the kids also have a very good sense of humor after he passed away. This wine, Suma, which means in Piedmontalese, we've got it. These are actually Giacomo's lips on the bottle here. After he passed away, they did a cast of his lips, and that's what they used for the label here on the Suma. Well, the difference between these two wines, Suma is a late-picked Barbera. It is only made in great vintages. Uccellone is picked, I don't want to say that a normal time because it may be a little riper than some Barberas, but, I usually like the Uccellone better. To me, the wine is better balanced, but both of these wines have got an exotic bouquet of spice box and coffee, espresso, kind of licorice spice, really intense, and, as they age, they almost become like old Burgundies. We did a tasting a year ago going back to the very first vintage, 1985, still drinking beautifully, so this is a wine that's proven over the test of time it can age as well. We had the current release, the 07, which is a fabulous vintage in the Piedmonts, and the 2001 Suma, which is absolutely drinking beautifully now. These wines do need a little time in the bottle, and we had the 2001 Quorum also. This is a wine that was created by 5 of the top producers of Barbera, and one grappa producer, Bert's. I don't know how they slipped in there, but I'm not going to talk too much about the 01 because we don't have any more of it. But one of the greatest Barberas that I've ever tasted. And we finished off the evening with a little Moscato di Asti, and then the Laforet Paraguay 2006 because I know that Mr. Vardy really likes sauternes, and this 2006 Laforet Paraguay, the greatest value that I've ever had in the store for sauternes. We have it on sale for under $40 a bottle. That's for a full bottle, folks. All right, that's what I had to drink at the Chaine dinner on Saturday night, folks. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.